this is the story of how we almost got freaking KO'd by my car. Alright team, today I'm doing a speed drawing of a lucky boy tiger, and I'm just gonna jump right into this story about my dastardly vehicle. Let's begin. The year 2K19, with the weather impeccable. The man foreign. Onwards we drive into the mountainous abyss towards Whistler, where all the rich people go skiing, because let's be honest, regular plebeians can't afford a lift pass. So I'm taking my boyfriend up there. He came to visit me. I've never been to Whistler, so I thought, what a great time. We'll go up the mountain, we'll have fun together, we'll see the sights, we'll point at people falling down the ski lifts, it'll be great. So we end up getting to Whistler no problem. Very exciting. We went to the fudge shop, we walked around the town site, we got some lunch, we looked at all the snow, we walked around. It was just great, you guys. It was so cute. Be cute. The mountains were everywhere. It's a very nice experience to be in the Rockies, let me tell you. It's just very lovely. We decide around like 4:30, maybe it's time to kick it because the sun sets pretty early and I didn't really want to be on the Sea to Sky highway in the snow. It's kind of scary out there and it's dark, and the car I drive is it's a city car. It's not really great on highways. So we're like, okay, let's go. But before we go, I notice, like my air is a little bit low on my driver's side tire. All right, I took a mental note of that and thought, when we stop in Squamish or something for gasoline, I'll fill her up. We depart. The journey is looking great. The sun is setting. We see the beautiful ocean and the freaking trees. And that's when I notice things are a little bit off with my car. The speed limit is 100K, I believe, but it gets pretty twisty, so it goes down to 70, goes down to 80 sometimes. I was doing about 80. It was a little bit windy, and by a little bit, I mean a lot, and my car is not aerodynamic. So I had to really brace myself on that one. Like, I could feel the air pushing my car over, and I was like, whoa, this is it's a bit intense, it is. So I'm holding on tighter than usual to my steering wheel because it's windy. I don't want to get off that roadway. That's not safe, my dude. That's when I feel it. That's when I feel that my car is not regular, and I don't mean in a fibrous way. I mean that my steering wheel is really hamming it up for me, and it's definitely not the wind. And it goes from like a light shake to a hefty boy shake, and I'm telling you, this is stressful because I'm going down a hill 80 kilometers an hour. Oh my god! Instant flashback. I'm 16 years old. I'm driving in the country. My car catches the edge of the road. The tire rips. I smell burning rubber. Flashback within the flashback. Oh my gosh. When I got the car back from the mechanic, I did notice that the tire, which the air happened to be low on my car, had a different tire cap than the rest of my tires because the mechanics filled said tire with air. Oh no, the flashbacks are over. The rubber burning smell did not go away. Oh my god. I pull over. Hazards, bam, on. 1 second. Before I start panicking, I rip the door open on the highway like an idiot and look at my tire. It is smoking. Oh my god, I have a flat tire. Shit. I go back in the car and I start panicking, and I look at my boyfriend and I'm like, I have a flat tire. And he goes, oh no, where's your spare? I can change it. And we start rifling through the car. I have the spare tire. I have a tire changing kit in there, and it's like, you know what? It's just not safe to do this on the highway. We gotta get a tow truck to take us to a space where we have room to spread out, where we're not next to cars going 100 kilometers an hour downhill. We're somewhere between Squamish and Horseshoe Bay.
which is a pretty large area, but we're somewhere in between there. So I just call a tow truck from Squamish, and the guy doesn't really ask me much on the phone. I'm gonna be real with you guys. He was like, "Hey, where are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm on the Sea to Sky Highway. I'm just outside of Squamish. I just have a flat. I just need to get towed. Do you need my license plate number?" So he's like, "No, I'll come find you." And I thought to myself, self, this is a bit strange. So, I mean, the sun is setting. This guy just says, "I'm gonna come get you with my tow truck." And I'm just expected to wait. And you know what? I'm desperate because me and the boyfriend are meant to be going to Victoria the very next day. So we sit in my car, 10 minutes goes by, 15 minutes goes by. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I don't know how long this tow truck is gonna take. And this is really unfortunate because I can't just go to Victoria with a spare tire on my car. I have to get my tires changed. And that's when I see it. I see gigantic headlights coming down the hill. It's the tow truck out of nowhere like a banshee. This guy rips in front of my car, just reverses into me. He looks at the tire, he's like, yeah, I can change it. I can change that. We're on the highway, but he just keeps telling me he can change the tire, and there's cars honking because there's a tow truck in front of my tiny little city car on the highway, and this guy's just assessing my tire. So I said, "Can I please load my car onto your truck, and we'll change the tire in a parking lot somewhere. I can see one at the bottom of the hill." And he's like, yeah, we're gonna do that. And I was like, okay, this guy is a little bit giving me the heebie-jeebies. And I'm just gonna have to roll with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna have to roll with that. So me and my boyfriend get in the truck. We get to the bottom of the hill. We pull into a little parking spot to try to get this tire dealt with. And I called my mom on the phone and I said, "Hey mom, I have a flat. I called a tow truck, all this stuff." And then she goes, "Oh yeah, well, just so you know, your father and I love you very much. So we put special lug nuts on your car tires so people can't jack the tires. There's a lug nut lock that you need to get from the inside of your car to get the tires off." And I said, "Mom, oh no, really?" And she said, "Yes. Goodbye," in more or less words. She was very supportive in helping me find this lug nut lock. But basically, this tow truck driver is rushing me, and I'm frantically ripping my car apart for this lock. A key, I suppose. It is a key. So I'm looking for the key in my car. I can't find the car. It's not in the glove box. It's not in the trunk. It's not in the cup holder. It's not in the back seat. It's not in the front seat. It's not under any of the seats. Oh my god! The key is gone! Oh no! We can't get the tire off the front of the car! Oh, we are so dunked, dude. We gotta go to Victoria tomorrow. I'm looking at my boyfriend. He's looking at me. We're exchanging eyes. This tow truck driver's like, "I'm gonna take you to Vancouver. I'll do it. I don't have fear." And we're like, we have fear. We have fear. So much fear. We have a bunch of it. That guy tows us the frick back there. But,
oh no. I have to pee.
So compounded on top of me having to go to the toilet really, 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 really bad, it takes this guy almost a full hour to get us 35 to 40 minutes to where we have to be. I'm a little bit stressed out because this is Saturday night and all of the mechanic shops are closed on Sundays. Finally, I look. Good old Mr. Lube. Mr. Lube has got my frickin' back. They go first come, first serve basis, and they're open at 9 a.m. on a sweet, sweet Sunday. So I say, "Hello, Mr. Tow Truck Man, please put my car in this Mr. Lube parking lot, and then we're just gonna go." We finally get to Mr. Lube after some maneuvering, and this guy is giving my poor partner and I his entire backstory on his life and where he lives and his wife and his business, and we're just like, okay, we gotta go. I have to pee so bad. And my boyfriend's like, "I'm really over this." So I pay for the tow truck ride, and I am visibly upset now because I have to pee. It was very expensive and I just want to be rid of this scary, scary man. So we just nope it right on out of there. We're like, bye. I think to myself, wow, this day went from such a pristine condition to something so terrible, and I don't know if we're gonna get to Victoria tomorrow, and I am going to wet myself. My partner and I walk over to McDonald's, I take a peep, I'm very discouraged, I tell him how discouraged I am, and he reassures me. But we walk up to this pretty well-known area in the city, and I figure, you know what, I'm just gonna call a taxi because I don't want to take the train, I don't want to take a bus anymore, I'm tired, you know, my boyfriend's tired, we want to see if we can figure this out. Like, we're basically winging it to see if we can even make it back to Victoria. So I call a taxi, and it doesn't show up, so I call another taxi, and then that taxi calls me back, but it says they're at the wrong location for the area that we're in, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna cancel this. So we end up taking the SkyTrain back to my home anyway, and I'm like, oh, I just got dunked by my car, the taxi drivers, and the universe. Make a game plan for the next day, and we do just that. It's the early morn of Sunday. I call a taxi to my house, I reserved one, I load it up with my tires because when you reserve it, it's reliable. They take us to Mr. Lube, I unload my tires, and we wait for Mr. Lube to open. But about 10 minutes before Mr. Lube opens, one of the mechanics comes out and he says, hey, yeah, don't worry, we can totally get these locks off your tires, no problem, we can change it for you. 5 minutes later, he comes back and he's like, actually, the key that we have to do that is broken because somebody else had the same problem as you and one of their lug nuts is still in it.
Okay.
So then I go into instant panic mode. I'm like, oh my god, I have to cancel my ferry tickets, I have to cancel my Airbnb, I am not excited to have to call a tow truck to get me somewhere else, I don't know what to do, I'm dunked. The universe has taken me, a biscuit, and it's disintegrated me into its tea. When life pelts lemons at me, I just get bruised. I'm bruising. I'm a Georgia peach. And my boyfriend's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, oh no. And then, after I think I have reached my emotional threshold, the shop opens, and the lead mechanic comes out, and he goes, hey, so as you may have heard, our key is broken, and I said, yeah, I don't know what to do. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna try to hammer the lug nut that's currently in this key out of it, and we're gonna try to change your flat tire for you, so at least you can drive away. And I said, oh my god. Hell yeah! So I get my car in there, and they end up getting my slash tire off, and the mechanic is like, you know what? If we got this one off, we're gonna be able to get all 4 off. And I said, oh, hell yeah, baby. And they showed me the back of my flat tire, and the whole back of it is completely slashed. Like, I can't even get it patched. It's absolutely obliterated. I got dunked. My boyfriend and I ace back to the house. We're just rocking it. We're going real fast. We pack everything for Victoria. We get to the ferry terminal. All is well. We're having a great time. We got some sandwiches. You know, we get on the ferry, wow, we're so cute, we're just hanging out, having a good time, looking for killer whales or something. No, it's just the ocean. A lot. We get to Victoria. It's a whiteout. The tires I got changed on my car, they're all seasons, baby. And this is British Columbia, where the snow falls thick and juicy and wet. Are we about to get dunked a second time?
Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!